Hey Taurus, welcome to Soul Embers and your reading. I hope everyone's feeling amazing, is happy and well, and that 2022 brings you many blessings and lots of love. So, today's reading, will this go the distance? You know, I thought I'd bring this topic to my YouTube fam in the form of a tarot reading, as I found in most recent months, more often than not, you know, clients that come to me for relationship, situationship, or love guidance in general are asking this question. So it must be the collective energy, and, you know, it seems that we're all being very cautious about where we're investing and with whom we're investing our energy. So hopefully if you're experiencing this right now and that question is definitely something that plays on your mind when it comes to love and relationships, hopefully I can offer some guidance and be of service in some way for you, Taurus. So let's jump into it and have a look and see. To start off with, who am I connecting with? Why is Taurus asking this question? What does Taurus want to know about whether or not this will go the distance? What does Taurus need to know? Who am I connecting with? Who is this message for? Give me 1 second, guys. One more card for Taurus. Who am I connecting with? Why does Taurus want to know if this will go the distance? So, Taurus, I'm getting this impression, I'm getting immediately, straight out the gate, you know, change your focus. There is this almost stubborn-like approach to you seeing things with a different perspective. I feel that there is a form of, there is something, some kind of, it comes in the form of a resentment maybe, or there is some kind of injustice that you have undergone when it comes to this love connection, and you're unwilling to see things from a different perspective. You're unwilling to let it go. You don't want to change your focus when it comes to this person because it's not okay. And, you know, I'm not judging. I'm not saying that it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. It's the reality of the situation where you're currently at when it comes to your love life and it comes to this particular love interest or love in general. You know, you've been burnt and you want to remember what that feeling was, just in case you slip up and you go through it again. You want to keep it as a constant reminder at the forefront, you know, at the forefront of everything, what it means when you do give things a go, when you do see things from a different perspective, when you do let go of a little bit of that control and allow for a different type of hope or a different type of faith, or allow someone to show you differently. You want to remember what it feels like when you let go a little bit. The thing is that, you know, I love the number 5, and the number 5 might mean something to you. It's really standing out to me in this reading. I mean, I've got other cards here, but the number 5 just keeps on flashing in my mind. And, you know, number 5 is definitely an uncomfortable state of being. That's how I personally, what's the word I'm looking for? The definition I'd give number 5. Of course, you can look up the number, and there are many different meanings to the number 5 according to numerology and all that stuff. So for me, number 5 is all about discomfort. It's about needing to change and resisting change, or it's about wanting to change, not knowing how, and feeling that discomfort. And when it comes to your emotional space, I'm really getting that you're feeling that things are highly versatile, not highly volatile. Things are highly volatile. You're not willing to take any risks that could, I guess, compromise your heart space. I feel you might be a little bit vulnerable in that space at the moment. The number 5 is also one of my favorite one of my favorite numbers, because change, whilst it might be uncomfortable, letting go of what we're familiar with and taking the risk into something new and different, and even that uncertainty as to whether or not we're going to have a positive outcome, it also really triggers inspiration. It really triggers motivation. It really has the ability to do a lot of self-exploration as to what matters most to us and who we are about to ourselves. Okay, so I know I'm spending a bit of time on that card, but there are a lot of messages there that are coming through. So when it comes to this particular situation, there is definitely something that you don't want to. You're refusing to see. You're refusing to change. You're refusing to accept. And it's causing more resistance than letting go would. And it's the certainty of, and the familiarity that you have within the space that you're currently in that is causing you to maintain this vision that is not serving you. It's that certainty. At least you know for certain what certain behaviors and patterns and approaches, the outcomes they will have. You're not willing to take the risk to see things differently and change your focus and shift in a different direction, because that uncertainty, you're not quite ready yet emotionally to work through that. And that's okay. We're already at different times. I personally know what's best for me sometimes, and I find it difficult to shift out of something that I know is not in my best interest. When I'm ready, I'll do it. And being aware is probably the first step. So when it comes to this situation, Taurus, I really feel those of you that I'm resonating with have made efforts in the past, have tried different approaches, have really, really focused your energy in cultivating and being open-minded and being accepting and being patient, and all for what? That's a question I'm getting. What for? I'm left with a lot of energy being put in a particular direction and feeling open, vulnerable, and exposed. So that's a kind of message that I'm getting here. Bottom line, unwillingness being the key word. And it's not that you're unwilling for no reason. I must reiterate. Okay, let's break this baby down and see what this is about, Taurus. So what is this about for Taurus? Give me some more messages here. What is this about? You guys must be feeling really stuck right now. Really, really stuck. You're finding it difficult to find a way out of this situation. Give me a sec. Finding it difficult to see a way out. It's almost like this thought that this way of thinking, this particular area of focus, whatever it is that you're holding on to, that's ultimately blocking your blessings, Taurus, okay, has become so powerful in its own right that it's overshadowing any kind of way out. It's causing you to feel stuck. It's causing you to feel that you are helpless to the situation. It's causing a lot of resistance and inner turmoil. It's causing you to feel guarded. It's causing you to feel that you need to protect yourself and paranoid about the situation. There is something here, Taurus, that I feel has not been acknowledged by the other party. I feel that this person has not taken responsibility for their actions and has not shown to you that apologetic. You know, that they are, that they see the error of their ways and the consequences that their actions have. So how on earth can you move forward? In what direction do you move forward with a person that is, you know, treating your emotions so flippantly, or treating you with, they don't understand the gravity of the situation. They don't understand the gravity of how things are making you feel. And I feel that no matter how you've tried to communicate with them, it's still not hitting home for them, and it's making you pissed off. Like, I can feel a rage is starting to build within me. It's pissing you off that they're just blind to it. It does not matter how you voice it. If there is this apathetic, almost, there is no empathy towards the situation when it comes to how their actions have made you feel. The thing is that you don't want to let this person go, and you don't want to move forward without them, but you're not willing to let this situation go, Taurus. And I think the reason for that is because you haven't been, you know, you feel that justice hasn't been served here. You feel that something needs to be done or said. They need to approach you in a particular way, let's say, and have a conversation with you so that you can finally get your justice. And then you may feel unstuck. Then you may find a way out. Then you might find closure. Question is, Taurus, how will you move through this challenging space if they never approach you in a way that you're wanting them to approach you? And so that's where the biggest problem lies, that your willingness to let go is based on their willingness to lean in. Your willingness to, I guess, forgive yourself. This is what it comes down to. Forgive yourself for the time you invested in something you feel got you nowhere. Comes down to their willingness to accept that effort that you made. What if they're not in that headspace, and what if they're not ready? I need to turn this down. It's a bit too loud. Excuse me. So let's break this down and see about whether or not this will go the distance. Whatever it is that you're holding on to, whether or not Taurus will get their closure, will finally shift out of this. So Taurus, I do take personal readings. My contact details are in the description box below. If you're having difficulty or you're feeling challenged by shifting out of this, and, you know, feeling at peace with the situation and letting it go so that you can open up to receive your blessings, I'd love to work with you. All right, let's have a look and see about whether or not this will go the distance. So what is going on here? Yeah, okay. Give me a second, guys. Pull out a couple more cards for you. I love it. What a beautiful ending to this reading. Okay, so there is a call here. You know, the more you refuse to see, or the more you dig your heels in, let's say, and refuse to change your focus, the more the universe and your spirit guides are going to apply this pressure. You're going to start feeling pressured because they do want you to shift your focus. They do want you to change it. They do want you to see things in a different light. They want you to open up and allow the universe, allow them to step in and assist you with this so you can go with the flow. They want you to trust the process, and they want you to lean into this discomfort and uncertainty and this discomfort and uncertainty. You see, in the traditional tarot deck, this particular card here is the Wheel of Fortune. And, they often say that the Wheel of Fortune, it's all about karma. And what is yours, whatever the situation might be, you get dealt what you deserve. You get dealt your karma, depending on, your past actions, amongst many other definitions to the card. But for me, in this particular reading, when I look at this card, I think about the fact that you're blocking your blessings. You're literally blocking your blessings. It's almost like you've tried. I want you to think of a wheel. I want you to think of a car, and I want you to think on someone pressing down on the accelerator, and the car wants to go, but you've pulled the handbrake. You're not letting it go anywhere. The amount of pressure that is on the engine because it wants to go forward, and at the same time it's being prevented, is extraordinary, right? Something's going to blow. The transmission's going to blow. Something's going to go. That's the situation here. This is the amount of pressure that you're putting on yourself by holding on. Let it go, Taurus. When it comes to this person and it comes to this situation, just choose your battles. You don't have to show up for every single argument. You don't have to understand everything at this stage. You may not get all the answers you are wanting to right now that give you the green light to change your focus. But what is happening is, by you waiting for this situation, by you waiting for certain things to come to fruition, you're putting that enormous pressure on that engine that we were talking about. Let go of that handbrake. Let it go. As flow starts to happen, as things start to fall in place, as movement starts to happen, as you start to become unstuck from this situation, you will see things from a different vantage point. You will move, imagine the car, it starts to move in a different direction. You're going to start seeing new scenery. You're going to start seeing things from a different point of view, which is what is needed here for you to get the enlightenment as to what your next step is. I feel that you're thinking, do I stick it out? I've put in so much hard work, or do I walk away disappointed? That disappointment that you're feeling is what you're holding on to. The disappointment of all the effort that you have put in, and the lack of reciprocation and acknowledgement and empathy towards your effort, is what you're holding on to. And you're remembering everything that you've put into this, and every battle that you fought that wasn't met with the same camaraderie. Okay? Choose your battles. What matters most to you, Taurus? This person here, I don't think that this is about whether or not this is going to go the distance. I think this is more about whether or not you're willing to go the distance when it comes to your path, following your path. Will you dig your heels in so deep where you're causing that much internal distress and refuse to accept your blessings, or will you take those disappointments, welcome them in so that you can open yourself up, to a brand new, beautiful beginning, one that you have dreamed of but haven't been able to live to this point. One that is, when I say dream of, I'm talking about you've envisioned it, it's been out of reach. The only way you're going to be able to make your way down that path is if you start to move. The only way to move is if you surrender. if you surrender to your blessings. And to do that, you need to choose your battles. What matters most here? Is it your well-being or being right and being accepted or being acknowledged, or whatever your personal situation is? Whatever it is that you're refusing to see. And if you're unclear on what you're refusing to see, then that is also something we can work on together if you chose to, or you can do some reflection on where you feel that most discomfort. When thoughts arise in your mind or certain discussions take place, wherever you feel the most resistance, that you want to recoil, or that you want to dig your heels in, or you want to argue a point, or you shut down, that is your trigger. So this is definitely about you opening with that movement. You have a beautiful future waiting for you, Taurus. Trust the process. Your spirit guides want me to communicate this to you. This is a brand new beginning. This is about you making the best decision for yourself, making the best judgment, regardless of how difficult it is today, so that you can live the best version of your life tomorrow. Where you plant those new seeds of hope and faith and affirmations for your future. And the more you focus your energy on what you want to achieve, the feeling of that outcome, the more you start to actually create it in your universe, create it in your world, welcome it in, manifest it. And you have one of the most beautiful outcomes here. We're talking about what you're imagining, what you want to achieve, what you want to receive in love, coming to you from a dream and a thought into your tangible world. I feel the choice is yours when it comes to this particular love interest, or when it comes to love in general and choosing the right person. I feel it's in your hands, but first we need to change the focus, because the outcome is here waiting for you. And it's already been given, it's being given to you. So the only way you can see it is if you turn around and face in a different direction. And it's prosperity, it's practicality, it's trustworthy, it's constantly providing and building and growing. Absolutely beautiful, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it's been helpful and it's offered you some sort of clarity in this very challenging situation. I'm sending you lots and lots of positive thoughts and uplifting vibes. Have a fantastic week. Bye.